Then, here we go. I woke up with a doctor looming over me. It took a few moments for the anesthetics to wear off and for me to remember where I was and what was going on. Then it came back to me in a rush. The mission, the landmine, the pain, the surgery. The surgeon standing by my bed put it to me bluntly. I had to cut off both your feet. Boom. I believe earlier we were talking about irreversible situations.
Yep.
And here you were. Was that real to you at that time? Or were you basically, hey, I'm happy I'm alive? Like, I got a SEAL buddy that got blown up.
Yeah.
And actually, he didn't get blown up. He got shot.
Okay.
And anyways, one of my buddies was talking to him. And he's like, bro, man, I'm really sorry about, because he lost his leg. He goes, bro, man, I'm really sorry about your leg, And he goes, fuck my leg. I'm happy to be alive. And
I got to be honest, I didn't think that.
yeah.
Soldiering is done on your feet. Mm-hmm. And I immediately went into defensive mode. Half my brain said, you tell that fucking guy to go back and get that one of the feet and put it back. Mm-hmm. And the other half is saying he's a pro. He knows what he's doing. If he took, because we knew one was gone on the scene. That was the one that detonated the device. The landmine did exactly what it's supposed to do. It blew my foot off. The mortar bomb shredded my other foot. And on the scene, I remember as I was getting put onto the stretcher and getting put onto the ambulance that was finally able to get to us because they literally plowed a road to me with a combat bulldozer and had the ambulance behind it. The medic from Recce Platoon said, hey, man, your left foot, we got it back into place, so it looks like it might be okay, so, but your right foot's gone. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And again, at this point, I'm like so out of it. So when I woke up and he says, yeah, I had to take both feet. Huh? Mm-hmm. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, well, how am I gonna do this job? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I go into, depending on whose manual you're reading or which doctor wrote it, there's certain number of steps to grieving. Mm-hmm. And they say losing a body part is like losing a family member or something. So now I'm dealing with 2 deaths in the family. And the first step is always denial. And, and I'm like, it's 2007. How awesome. Guys are going to be jealous I had my legs blown off. I'm going to be like Astro Boy. Be flying around and shit. I'll have like RoboCop legs or something. It's cool. It's 2007, right? Everything's digital. And I kind of, whether it was the drugs and or the endorphins from going through all that, but for that first, until I was out of Kandahar, that was my attitude. Right up to the boys all came in to see me off because we went from, so I think I spent another day in Kandahar. They flew me to Bagram, and then I flew to Kuwait, and then from Kuwait on to
Germany?
Yeah, but Landstuhl.
Longstool.
And so every stop, though, we picked up wounded American servicemen, and I think there was one other Canadian. But so I just, that's how I felt, right? And then once I was in Germany, I was just trying to deal with every day by day. I just was. They put me in a room with another guy who had been hit in an IED strike on a. So a LAV, you were saying LAV earlier. Yeah. So those are
the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps has an acronym, so LAV. So that's why I was calling it that.
So it's light armored vehicle, and you guys in the Army here, they're called Strikers. Yeah. Except ours have turrets, and I think yours has like remote 50 cals or something. They're all made in London, Ontario, Canada, by the way. So, yeah, I was just trying to deal with each day as it came, because now there's no training for this, right? In casualty simulation, it stops once you're declared dead or evacuated, right? So now I'm at a stage where I'm like, okay, I'm in a room with another Canadian dude, in an American Army hospital, and I don't know what's next. And every time I'd look down, there's no toes to wiggle. It was just... So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to try and deal with this. Just deal with it. Just deal with it. Just deal with it. And I was in that mode for weeks. You know. I'm waiting. I think I was waiting for a point where someone was going to give me my diagnosis, or the conclusion.
Mm-hmm. Or like a prescription, like, okay, here's what you're going to do now.
This is what
not just with your legs, but with your life.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen. You're going to do this. You're going to follow these steps, and at the end, you'll be deploying back to Afghanistan, which is how it was going in my mind. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're going to read next, but I was convinced I'm going back to Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like, that's it. Whenever, the Navy or the Army wants you to know something, they send you on course. So, I was on sniper course, and then you go on driver course, you go on tactical combat casualty care course, yep. TCCC.
So as you're saying this, that's actually the next portion that I was going to
Okay.
read. And here you go. Exactly what you were just about to get into. From that point on, I made it my mission to learn to walk again. I treated rehab like a military course. When the military wants a soldier to learn something, they send him on a course. So that's the approach I took with my rehab. The mission mindset right there.